Oh, this is very personal. This was Sonny Rollins. I was playing with him, and I was saying, wow, I could do this with his playing and do this with, and kind of play a little against what he's playing or play. That wasn't working with him, and I knew because he told me. He said, George, could you play the regular changes better, more? I was okay, great. Thank you for that. And I will, so I did that. And Joe Henderson, as much as free as he can be, I would try to do that. And he said, quote unquote, George, I think I play pretty good changes. So, so that was, I think, you do that as a learning experience, but play for the person. And I know with Woody Shaw, I could do that. That was what he, you play against the chord or play with him. But even with Woody, he liked to play outside, but sometimes he would say, look, George, sometimes stay home because if you go with me, then there's no contrast. Uh, so there were times I'd go and sometimes I would stay home. So basically, it's good to talk with the people you're playing, who you're playing with, and see what they like. And then in the process of playing, try different things. So over time, for me, I found playing with different people, I could kind of tell what they would like, or I'd take a chance and see if they yelled at me or something. But yeah, comping, you want to give people space. Sometimes you want to play for them, and sometimes bass players, a lot of guys lay out for bass solos. And the bass player, I've heard bass players say, how come you don't play for me like you play for them? Uh, so a lot of it is just having a conversation with the soloist, and the other part is using your ears and your instincts. Um, but most of the time, you play in the chords, but play them in a way that give a kind of a color. Changing the color, changing playing open chords, playing chords with more a sec of fourths and fifths, uh, whatever. It's like a pianist playing with when you play with your left hand thirds, and you play a solo with your right hand, and then you play the same thing with your right hand, but change the voicings with your left hand. That changes things so much. So you can use that as a learning tool, as a point of reference.